Hello everyone. In this video, we are going to implement this details button. What I mean is, if we click on details, so I should get the details of this particular item. If I click on details of this burger, I should get the details of burger. Details means, see, for pizza, for burger or for any item, what data we have stored? We have stored the item name, item description, price and the item image. So this is what I want. If I click on details button for pizza, so for pizza, we have stored, let's check. See the item name pizza, description spicy, price and the image of the pizza. This is what I want. So for each entry which we have inside this food menus model, for each entry, we will be having one unique ID generated by this database. For example, for this pizza, we have one ID 1. Next item which we have is burger. For burger, let's say the ID is 2. For dosa, ID might be 3. So we don't know because some items we might have deleted. So we don't know the exact ID for these entries. But yes, for sure, ID is there for each entry of this particular model. If you wanted to check the ID of these items, what we can do is, this is our models.py, right? So on each object, we will display their respective ID. So just write self.id. See, again, I will tell you, this ID column we have not created. We have given only item name, item description, item price and image. That's all. Have we given any ID column? No. But by default, we will be getting ID for each entry which we have in the database. Okay. So if I go back and just refresh it, can you see the ID for each item? So if you add one more item, you will get one more ID for that particular item. So ID means unique. Each item will be having their unique ID generated. It's not like for this, for dosa, burger, for both items, same ID will be there. Impossible it is. Okay. So automatically unique ID will be generated for each item. Okay. So now what we want is, we want to create one path here. For example, if I enter 1/1 is the ID of which item? Check. 1 is the ID of pizza, right? So it should display all the details of pizza here. As of now, it is not displaying because we have not implemented it. If I enter 2 here, 2. 2 is the ID of which item? Burger, right? So it should display all the details of burger. This is what I want. Okay. So let's implement it. So first we'll go to the urls.py and we'll create the path, guys. Okay. So check where is urls.py. Here we go. So I will create one path. So now inside this, user will enter only ID. So we'll write it here, integer type, and ID is a variable name. Okay. You can give any variable name, whichever you want here. Okay. Slash. So only ID you wanted to add, right? So only ID will be given here. Next, I'm telling, go inside the views. Which view you want to invoke? Let's say details view. Details view. Okay. What is the name of this path? Let's say name of the path is details. That's all. Okay. I should use the single quotes or double quotes here. Fine. So what I'm telling here? When user will enter any integer value, see what is the meaning of this particular syntax. Whenever in the path, user will enter /1/. So which type of data it is? Integer type of data, because in Python we have a int data type, right? So integer type of data, whatever user will enter in this, that data means this 1 should come and stored into this ID variable. So if you enter 1, hit enter. So what will happen? This particular path will be searched, will be matched here. /1, is it matching here? No. /1, is it matching here? No. /1, is it matching here? Yes. If you are thinking, ma'am, we have not written /1/, you no need to write /1/ because this is dynamic value, right? First, we have entered 1, later you will enter 2, later you will enter 3. Correct? So these are dynamic values. So we have written some integer type of data user will enter. That data store it into ID variable. Okay, it will store. So as soon as you will enter some integer kind of data here, which view will be invoked? Details view will be invoked. Now, where is details view? That we have to implement it. So I will go inside the views. Let's implement the details view. Details. It will accept the request. Along with request, it will accept one ID also. Why? Because you can check it out here. We have the ID entered by the user here in the URL. Let's say user has entered numbers like this. This is also integer only, right? So this number will come and sit inside ID variable. Okay. So that ID will come and sit here. Okay, understood. Now I will take one variable. Let's say item is equal to. What is our database name? Our database name is food menu, correct? So I am telling, go inside food menu. Just a minute. I'll just drag little bit here. Okay. So we'll just write it here. Go inside food menu dot objects dot get the item where primary key is equal to ID. So what I mean is when user will click or when user will enter this URL, I don't want the details of all items. Let's say user has entered 1/. Okay. So 1 is the ID of pizza, right? So I'm telling go inside the food menu database, get the objects where ID is 1 because unique IDs, that is primary key of our table, guys. So where primary key is matching with 1, you fetch all the details of that item. Okay, understood. Next we will write return render which HTML document. Let's say inside our my app, sorry, inside templates, we have a my app, correct? So I'll just write it here. Inside my app, we will be having details.one HTML document, and to this document, we will pass this data item and we'll write it here. So what is the meaning of this? When user will enter this URL, it will invoke the details view. Details view will accept the ID from the request. It will fetch the data of only that item where ID is matching. And that item, let's say it is burger ID, pizza ID, whatever it is, that description of the complete item, okay, that will be sent to this details.html. And item is the key here. Okay, understood. So let's implement details.html now. We'll go to the new file. Details.html, enter. Okay. So as you can see, to this HTML document, we are passing some data. Item is the key. So let's use that key. See here. I'll just write it here. Item dot, we have an item name, right? So item name we will display. Next, item dot, what else? Description, maybe DESC is our column name. Next, item dot price. Okay. Next, image also we have. So I'll just write item dot image. Okay. So actually we have to use the image tag, but as of now, let it be. Let's check whether data is getting displayed or not. Okay. So I'll just save the code. Okay. So let's enter the path now. If I enter /1/, which view will be called? Okay. Name F is not defined. Okay, views.py. Let's check. Okay, I'll just save this. We'll refresh it. Yeah. So it is working fine, guys. So see here, when I enter /1/, which URL will be matched? This URL will be matched. So that one will come and sit into ID variable. Okay. Details view will be called. So this is our details view, which will accept that one here. It will go to the food menu. Food menu is available here. Which item it will target? The wherever the ID is matching with 1. Because why? In the URL you have entered 1. So it will target this complete pizza, and all these details, item name, description, price, image, we are passing to which HTML document? Details.html. Details.html is available here. We are displaying all that data to the details.html. You can check it out here. If I enter here 2. So 2 is the ID of which item? Check. Burger, right? So it should display the details of burger. As you can see, I'm getting the details of burger. In the similar way, if I enter 3, sorry. So if I enter here 3, see, I'm getting the details of dosa. So this is dynamic path, guys. It's not a static value we have given. This is a dynamic, okay? So now manually I'm changing the IDs here. I don't want like this. Manually we should not change it, right? Okay. So it should be dynamic. So let's implement that details button. Okay. So I'll just close all of this. Let's go to the urls.py. Our path name is details, correct? So I'll just copy the path name. We'll come back to the home.html. So this is our details button, right? Okay. So now we have to make this details button little bit interactive. Interactive in the sense when user will click on this details button, we should get the details of that particular item. Okay. So let's start. So I will be using the anchor tag here. Okay. So href, we know the name of our path is equal to. Okay. So we know the syntax of URL, right? So here I will tell inside my app, we have one path with the name details. Okay. So we'll close this particular anchor tag here. This is the closing of anchor tag. Okay. So if I save it, if I just refresh it, okay. So we are getting an error because see here, when user will click on details button, which path it will call? Details path, correct, right? So if we go to the urls.py, this is your details path. But your details part is accepting one argument, right? Are you sending any parameter for this? 1, 2, 3, 4? No, we are not sending anything. So it's our duty to send it. So I'll just write item.id. Item.id means what? See here. Item.image, the image will be displayed. Okay. Next, item.item name will be displayed. So whichever current item is there, so that item ka ID we are passing to this particular URL. Okay, as simple as. So if user will click on this details, whichever the current item is there, that ID will be sent as an argument here. So if I go back just and if you refresh, look here. If I click on details, which one is my current item? This pizza, right? Okay. So you will be getting the ID of pizza here. Check. Are you understanding? See, again, if I click on details, which one is the current item here? Burger, right? So you will be getting the ID of burger here. So whichever the current item is there, that item ka ID, we are passing where? To the URL. The name of the URL is details. Okay. So that ID will come here automatically and the rest steps will be as it is. Okay. So now properly it is working. You can check. See, if I click on details, I'm getting the details of dosa. But I need a navigation bar here in the details as well. So what we can do is, we can go to the details.html. Okay. So like how we have told extend from base.html, in the same way, we have to copy this part of the code in details.html as well. So we'll paste it here, block content, and this is our end block. Okay. I'll just paste it here. We'll save the code. I'll just refresh it. Yes, I got this particular navigation. Okay. So until you execute this code by yourself, you will not get the better clarity. Okay. So just implement end to end, then you will understand how we are getting these IDs. Okay. These IDs here in the URL. If I click here, current item ID will go to this URL, which is nothing but 1. And that item ke details will be displayed on the front end. So now we have to design this properly. Okay. So in the next video, I will design this. As of now, you try to implement the same functionalities plus try to design this particular HTML page. Okay. What you can do is just copy this part of the code, paste it to the ChatGPT and ask ChatGPT. Just design this particular document properly and return it. So ChatGPT will properly design this particular HTML document and will return to you. So if you don't want to focus more on the front end part, if you want to work with the back end more, you can ignore this front end designing. Okay, fine. So this is all about this video. In the next video, I will be designing this details.html. and we will implement the update button on our front end. So thank you everyone and have a good day to all.